Morning everybody, yes, back on the allotment, and a couple of things today because I'm in a happy place with it, to be honest. It's like everything seems to have settled. I didn't get up actually yesterday. I had things on and issues on, and in your mind you're thinking, oh, but I've come up today and it's one of those times when you can just sit back and relax. But I'll tell you what I have got to do. Where's my manners? My name's Tony Smith. This is my garden. Yes, and things are looking great. I might actually harvest all my broad beans, and then I've just got like a new bed there. But that's just me thinking. I might actually pull this garlic as well. That's the elephant garlic, and I've got another spare bed there. But we're going to go into, I'm going to go into Bill's garden because I'm going to water Bill's greenhouse. We do kind of takey turns, and it's my turn, Bill's away there, so I'm going to be watering Bill's tomatoes. Everything in here is just taken away. I did put some string on some of them tomatoes, but these are the kind of side shooty ones that Steve talked about, and they're just away, to be honest. They need picking out, thinning out. And look at that, this is starting now to get bumper crops on with me, what do you call them, cucumbers there. So that'll go home for the salad tonight. It's all looking good. What I did notice, just before I look at, so some of the seeds are starting to come, the early germinators, so this little thing works, you know what I mean? It's doing its job, and there's me salad, like just a kind of follow-on salad. But I'm getting oodles now of chilies, and I watched Chili Chump. It was JB mentioned, like Chili Chump knows his chilies and everything like that. He was making a green sauce, and I wanted to make that green sauce. And I probably have got enough chilies there now. And he was picking the chilies off green to encourage more chilies. So I don't know if I should do that or not. But I'm going to go and water Bill's Polytunnel. Get that out of the way. So looking back, this is what Bill sees from mine. So I've just given them a little water. I'll give you a little quick look in there. So Bill puts his straight in the ground. Got one central wooden path made out of, it looks like the wood, the decking path, and then everything else is soil, and then just straight in the ground doing a cane method along the string. That's nice and taut, so it's lovely. Cucumbers there and cucumbers over there as well, so yeah, it's looking nice. There's a few flowers on there, and I noticed as well, I give Bill my last of my sweet corn. I just had, when you have some spare. Bill's done a hell of a job. Yeah, it was great. It was all like, like the compost bins that get neglected and end up as a rubbish tip. He just cleared them all out, and a little block there of my sweet corn. Right. So I'm going to pull that garlic out, I think. And I tell you what I did do. Today is just, I've just noticed it. Look at the neighbours. Man, they've got the polytunnel up. She said they were putting the polytunnel up, and yeah, now I can see it's kind of a little bit loose there, but it's got a function where you can tighten it up, you can slide it up. So, wow, you turn your back on, it's trenched. You notice that it's trenched in. That's like how mine is as well. I'm sure they said they were getting them from Northern Poly, but that's just got like a nice mesh door on as well. So that's a bought one. I'm not sure what Sue said it cost, but that's a lovely little size one. Just as there's a second one for us. Right, what was that? Oh, I kind of wobbled on my no dig the other day when I came up. Can you see this bed here? So it's just half. So I think this is the Copenhagen cabbage. I don't know if that's an old wind 16th of March. I'm not. Winter King cabbage. And I don't know if I just did it too early or just, you know, like, wasn't, but there was about the same again, just ruined, like, not ruined, but just like withered and just little and stunted and that. So I actually dug up, well, I just kind of, with a spade, just took a whole load of soil and then just dug a hole and put the good ones in, and they've took. So this little area here is going to be for my beetroot. I've got some beetroot. Let me show you this, because you know my, going round in circles here, you know me carrots. Now that does actually need a nice little dampening off water again. But I've got the beetroot in that paper strip. I'm not putting all my monies in one basket, but I hope this works, because I just think it's well, especially like carrots. Do you know what I mean? We were talking on the live show last night where Steve's got this kind of technique and just, well, do you know what I mean? It takes nearly 50 years to get up to that kind of standard. But I brought my seeds up today. That's just in a strawberry punnet box. I brought this up the punnet box so I can pick the strawberries. So there we go, beetroot rainbow. So it's a mixture, I think, of different ones, and again it's the same 6 metre in like 2 metre strips. And we'll get that, and I'll show you. There's a few folks mentioned some tips on how to handle it before you start planting, which was a way easier than what I was doing. So listen, while we're here, you know, while I'm halfway through these jobs, don't forget to subscribe. That would be fun, just so I can you can keep up to date with what's going on. Costs you nothing, and it just means you just kind of see what's. I've just repeated myself there. You see what's going on, but if you know what I mean, it'd be lovely to kind of have you over and pop over to the Discord as well and join that. Some great advice and great tips, and just a nice place to hang out after your garden. And before I start anything, I'm just a little bit nervous with them as well, you know. So I'll give this another little. I have been watering it, but like I say, I didn't come up yesterday. But I'm hoping, you know, over the days I have been watering, it's wet underneath, and that's just like a hard crust. I don't know if I need me mat, but I'm just going to get these out. They don't feel big, if I'm honest. There's no white rot on it, but that's, to me, just like a normal bit of garlic. There's rust on, but it's going to come up. Oh, look at that, man, that's bloody tiny. You know what I mean? Oh. Well, I suppose it'll dry out and we'll. I think I'm going to just stop doing elephant garlic. I'm not. That's a better size one. There we go. I don't know. I thought I'd show you this because on the live show last night I showed a clip of Charlie Dowden talking about rust on garlic, and mine are hardneck. Two different types of garlic, hardneck and softneck. The hardneck like a colder climate, northeast of England, but they take longer to kind of bulbs mature. But the rust is stopping that, and that's exactly what, on some of them anyways, like they don't get a chance to bulb up like the soft necks, you know. So I think I'm just going to try soft necks next year. You know, there's some of them are kind of, that's all just like one meal size, you know what I mean. So I think there's bigger ones there, you know what I mean, but we'll see. But that's the reason I think the rust is like hampering, and like the hardnecks need this like longer growing season. But that's why we're kind of up here, we do grow in northeast of England like hardnecks, because it's we're near the wall, you know. So I think the same way I did the carrots, you know, I'm going to just put like, I think probably 4 strips and just get that, you know, like a hole dug. Now this is a different, actually, just pick the odd weed. So once you let them come, mentioned I've got the rainbow variety, and I'm not exactly sure, just there's probably one of them golden beetroots in there. There we go. So it looks like there's two, possibly, is it? Or is it one? Yeah, kind of two every, can you see that? Every couple of inches. But I think it was Fletchy Babe said, which was a good idea, is to kind of split it like that first, you know what I mean? And then it's, because I was doing it the other way, like unraveling it, then going up. So yeah, that makes a difference. So in the end, I've actually just went for 3 beds. I watered the little troughs first, but I'm just giving them another good soak. This ground's nowhere near as dry as the other one, so some nice moisture there anyways. So we'll hope and see some beetroots. Right, I've just got the little label there, and to be honest, I'm just saying, you know, I love that tape idea, possibly with beetroot. It's not a, you know, just it's easy with the carrot, so I'm hoping that works. But it's a, I don't know, we'll see if they're coming. I might use it again. What I want to show you now is, I'm actually, it's beaten with, you know, there's only about 12 plants, but one's, it's away there now. I'm going to pick that actually, and I'll eat that tonight. But even the ones that we're picking, their beaten has grown, you know, kind of. We've had about, I'm going to say about 5, you know, off this, but I could probably just pick that and keep it in the fridge, and that'll just kind of dampen it down, you know, pick all the heads. But what I want to show you as well, because I've just noticed, a nice little surprise, is me cauliflowers. Look at that little head there, and they're all starting to go. And we had actually, this was a question in, it was in the Discord about the head was going green, and it was Audrey that kind of, and I forgot, to be honest. You know, you can just snap over a leaf and just keep the sun off it to get it like that nice white. I know a lot of folks up on this allotment kind of tie them up with like hair bands, you know, so you've got like just pull the leaves together and just tie them up. But this is a nice one, you know. I thought I wasn't going to get, I think this is the igloo crop, but I don't know if you can see through that. Yeah, coming along. So I'm just going to just put some leaves over, just cover it like that, and hopefully in a week or so get some cauliflower. That would be nice. But I think I'm going to pick all these big heads, or I'm going to lose them completely, you know. And then I don't mind, you know, if these run away and that. Right, knife, blue basket, knife. You know, every time you walk in, just turn you around there, every time you walk in that hut now, the smell of garlic is lovely, you know what I mean? So nice. There you go. Nice one. That's just going, but we can get that for tea. So we're in the Polytunnel, and I want to just show you what, along with the beetroot, I want to kind of get some other things set away there now, just for like, you know, it's like the kind of what Steve calls a second spring. I've got some dwarf beans. I actually ordered some red onion seeds for next year. I might put some peas away, but it's this here, some red sorrel veined, and it was Steve from Growing Local said he'd put some away, and it's got a nice kind of bite, a nice taste to it. Now I'm sure in there, in my seed collection, I've got some, but I couldn't find it. I thought I'd ordered it, but I'm going to set some of that away as well. So the last thing you want to watch is sowing seeds again, but what I'll do is I'll just get them up, and then I'll show you them. I'm using that compost with these seeds. Right, there we go, just giving them a little soak water. 2 types of bean, the purple queen and I forget what was it, Sprite. Then I did some of the veined sorrel, and I put some spinach in, and I'm using actually Charlie Dowden style little ones. These are giant white, I think it is, spinach, or just giant spinach. And they'll just pop somewhere of late. Right. We talked about Bolton. Bolton's a thing. It's happening. Audrey's getting hammered with it. Excuse me. There. This is the season where Bolton's happening, and it's It's happened to every one of me coriander, so I'm just going to pull them up, and it actually gives us a bit of space. I'm not going to, I wouldn't care. It's a lovely smell as well, but every single one of the coriander has bolted. So, what a shame, but it all just goes into the compost bin. Right, more jobs. This is nice, this, mind you, because there's no rush. Normally, you're kind of rushing out, and a lot of this job would normally get neglected, but I've got time to do it at the moment. That all might change very, very soon, but Celeriac and the banana shallot bed, I'm just going to hand weed a little bit. I've just noticed these will just be blown over, but if you don't take them out now, you know what I mean, it's just twice as hard. The Celeriac's still looking nice, mind you, so we'll wait and see. There we go. Now it did feel a little bit dry, that, so I've got 2 tins there with a little bit of seaweed feed in, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tickle over. We've had such hot weather here of late, so I guess anything helps. If I water this size thing, just 2 watering cans is good enough for me. So today I'm just watering the tomatoes with a hose pipe, just like fresh cool water. No feed today. I'm just in case I'm like feeding too much. And I'm still doing the 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So while I've got the scissors, can you see there? While I've got the scissors in the tunnel, I'll tie up the remaining tomato plants. Again, I'll stop this, you don't see this old boy can lose his temper here. So all strung up there. What I might do with the kind of chilies is probably not string them, but them 2 back ones might get a bit taller. Is just put them, them roses frames on them, just to kind of keep them stable. But yeah, all the strings on, they're looking good. Those 5 are just side shoot cutting ones, so, and they've got flat fruit on already, doing better than some of the better ones. I think I'm just going to pull a couple of lettuce, then that's it. Still using that lettuce over there. This lettuce here, mind you, is, because it's got like a real big cos heart in it, they just last forever. See, this is one lettuce. Do you know what I mean? I'll take a few of the outer leaves off, and then we actually use the outer leaves as well, but the heart's lovely. That's sure quality, that. And I've mentioned these are like an Italian lettuce, and I love them, to be honest, absolutely love them. But I'm going to take one, but I've got them over. I've got a 1 there, 2 actually, which I'll take. There, can you see this one? Just a lovely lettuce, that. Lovely head. Chuffed to bits with them. So yes, I'll do some sort of salad for me dinner. Right, look after yourselves. Take good care.